theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
I'm super excited!
Did you know that NASA has hundreds of these satellite balloons up in the air right now? I never knew these NASA satellites existed before Flat Earth. Have you seen them? Google and many other companies have fleets of these balloons as well. Look up Project Loon. The fact that NASA and its subsidiaries hardly discuss these so-called satellites was a huge proof for me because it evinces a deliberate effort to conceal the fact that space satellites don't exist. The whitewash of these balloon satellites is evidence that they are lying about space satellites. These high-altitude balloons can carry 8,000 pounds and include telescopes, radar equipment, communications equipment, internet, etc. Here's one that almost killed some people. Finally, look at these actual NASA videos of satellites. They are manifestly fake. Look at this one. 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 What you're seeing right now is a video from 121,000 feet. I remember when I first saw this, I was just dumbfounded because it didn't match anything that I've watched before. Whenever you're shown a picture of a high-altitude balloon or even a high flight, you're shown something phony like this. This isn't once in a while. This is the standard. It turns out that these so-called curvature photos and videos were all shot with a fisheye or ultra-wide-angled lens to get this effect. That's a fact. It's a curvature illusion. For all of our lives, we're inundated with supposed pictures from space. High-altitude balloons finally gave us a vision of what the Earth truly looks like from high up.
This is supposed to be this craft here, this thing that went up on this balloon, and it's got all these cameras on it and everything. I don't know if you guys can see my
yeah,
cursor.
I saw it.
Oh yeah, but then this guy's supposedly up there, and the balloon goes up, and then this is the view that he gets. It's like, what?
Come on.
But again, this is just in line with the technology at the time, and this is exactly what people would believe. I mean, imagine if we were 50 years ago and we were shown this, we would be like, wow, that must be what space looks like. And so you just kind of move along with the times.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
Power of the system we live in is to make people believe things that are so ridiculous on the face of it, but they've been told it over and over and over since the day they were born, that they can't question it anymore. Many of the things, like the sun is a good example. For someone to say the sun's a hell of a lot closer to us than 93 million miles, the average person's going to roll their eyes. This is the system protecting itself in the lie that we have been constructed into. A lot of people will go at this and say, well, why did we get lied to? Well, you can think of basic reasons, like to deny someone the knowledge of knowing where they exist. That deprives a human being of almost everything. To not even understand where you exist denies you really much ability to know where you're going to go, where you've come from, the things that are even possible in this place, because you don't even know what this place is.
Sky is deep black,
And we cannot see stars.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You
Right.
can see moons.
You see the gas
The sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars.
pretty much all the time. You can see
Yeah.
the stars.
we were never able to see stars.
It's the darkest black you can imagine.
Never a straight answer.
People are still alive 30 years later. I don't believe these people even were on the Challenger. I was in the classroom, I think I was about 12 years old, and I saw this explode on TV. They put it on. You know, there was a teacher on board, Krista McCullough, and I was led to believe that all 7 people died in the disaster. I think the first one that came out was that Judith was still alive, now a professor at Yale University. Same name, Judith Resnick. This guy here looks like it could be this guy. His name's Claude. I don't know, they have the same last name. They're both Michael J. Smith. He's at UW University now. Like this guy here, you know, with the weird eye here, looks like he could be the same man to me 30 years later. This guy's Francis Richard Scobie, and this guy's Richard Scobie. I don't know. I just can see it being possible, okay? I don't know if this is...
Rotterdam, wasn't that the evergreen destination? Dutch Rotterdam? Dutch police discovered an underworld prison with torture chambers and shipping containers from July 2020. This seems relevant. This is Mel Q that posted this on Telegram. You have an article. I put the article in the description box below, and it shows people opening ship containers or military. Seems like something like that. And you've got these different, it looks like, to me, like they were locking people up. And they were also putting them in these little torture chairs. And you can see that when they lock them up, they don't want them moving around at all. That looks like a makeshift toilet. So anyway, this video I played before, I believe about a year ago, but it's a good reminder about these container ships and a guy that's actually on one of those ships.